Hi guys, welcome back to another Upgrade Your Game. So today's question was from James Cable, so thanks James for commenting. We're looking at high and low shots from 40 to 60 yards. So those short little approach shots, how do we hit them high? How do we hit them low? Well, as always, let's go. So with these sort of shots, they are scoring shots. Maybe you've hit it quite close down there on a par 5, got it down there in 2 and want to get it fairly close, try and make that birdie, or you've hit a really long drive down a short par 4, or maybe you're having to scramble for par. So they're really important shots, but like James says, how do you play them high, how do you play them low? Well, there is a slightly different setup that we would take with your short game, and then changing the club quite a lot to match the shot that we're trying to hit. Okay, so first up we're going to cover the high shot. So I've got my 58-degree wedge, so my highest lofted club. Now you don't have to use a lob wedge, you could use a sand wedge or your highest lofted iron that you have. But we're really going to make some setup changes at address. So for these shorter shots, we're going to get the feet a lot closer together, roughly for me around about 2 club heads width. And we're going to keep the club in the middle so the ball sits just in front of that. From here, we're really going to favour that left side. So about 60-40 into that left side, and then we're thinking left. As a right-handed golfer, you're thinking left. So left hand just on the inside of your left thigh, and then weight slightly favouring the left. Now you can see the zip on my coat is just leaning towards the target ever so slightly. So this is a really nice setup, and then we're going to go through make whatever swing length we need to get the club that we've chosen to the desired distance. So what you're doing here, and it's a horrible word in golf and don't ever do it, but we're just cheating a little bit. We're putting everything in place before we need it. So with those long swings, you've got more time to put everything in place that you need. With these short swings, we don't have that time, so we're really going to set everything up, allow that club to go back to the desired distance, and then keep adding to it on the way through. Now you've chosen the club to do its job, so now all of a sudden we've got the loft on the face here. We are not in charge of any upward momentum. This is all the club's doing. So if we switch to down the line here, we're going to see this is 55 yards, so nice short setup. Weight across, hands across, hold ourselves in this position and see this one going a bit higher. The pitching on the front should stop a bit quicker with a little bit more elevation. So that's gone total 57, I've carried it 50 yards, and you'll notice that the spinning and around is about 7,000, so quite a lot from quite a short shot. But obviously off the mat that's a little bit easier to come by. Outside, spin will be affected by anything that will get in the way of the face. So any water, grip, dirt, the golf ball being wet, anything like that that disturbs this friction, that's what's going to get in the way. There is a video on our back catalogue more about backspin, so go and check that out. Right, we better hit the low one. So it sounds quite simple, but all I've done is I've changed the club. So I've gone down to a 9-iron. So you'll notice that there's nothing in the way here. So that does sort of dictate what I can and can't do, but for this specific video we're just going to think we're going to take it in lower because there's nothing in the way. Obviously if there was something in front of there, that higher shot is the shot to be playing. So with a 9-iron I'm going to do exactly the same setup. I'm going to go a little bit further down the grip. That's just to gain control out of the club more than anything else. I know this club's going to go easily that distance, so it's not about speed here, it's just about gauging how far back and through we're going to need to keep that swing to keep the flight down, which is the loft, but because we're keeping the speed down as well, that's going to reduce the amount of spin I'm going to get, which is going to flatten that ball fly out again. So 2 elements here, the speed coming out of it and reducing the loft in the head is going to help me keep this a little lower. So with the same setup as before, same position, change the club, a a lot lower. I haven't quite hit that hard enough. So I haven't gauged that very well. So it's gone 40 yards total. So it just hasn't carried far enough. I haven't gauged very well how far back and through I needed to hit that. But it's come out a lot lower, spinning at 3,200. So a lot less spin, so it's going to run out for me. Let's try and hit a bit of a better one. No, still not hit it hard enough. More practice required at that one for me, but it has come out lower. You need to judge and practice. I need to practice more at it. That sort of shot. For me, I would tend to play the higher one better, but I need to practice this one more. So guys, I hope that helped. James, I hope that answered your question. Same setup, different club. Guys, as always, hit all the YouTube bits and pieces. We love a thumbs up and a share around. Let's all get better at this game and let's enjoy it even more. We'll see you on another Upgrade Our Game very, very soon.